All right, so today's workout, we're gonna start with the chest press. And what I want you to do is scale down the chest press. What you're gonna do is 3 sets of the chest press right in a row, really fast, one after the other. And each one will be a little bit easier than the last. So if you are able to do push-ups with all 3 of the bands, you will start with the black bands and work your way down to the red. Let me show you how to do a push-up with the band. What you're gonna do is get it behind your back, underneath your arms, so that it's up underneath your armpits. Hook your thumbs in. You're gonna get into your push-up position and do a push-up just like normal. Now, if you cannot do a push-up with the black band, that's fine. You can start with the red band. Work your way, go do about close to 80% of failure with the red band. Sit up, drop the red, immediately pick up the yellow, put the yellow on, do a round of push-ups, again, about 80% of the way to failure. Drop that one and follow it up with a round of push-ups with no bands. Now, if you can't do the red and you can't do the black, that's fine. You start with the yellow. Your first set will be with the yellow. Your second set will be push-ups with no band. And for your third set, what you would do is do a standard chest press, the same style, put it up underneath your arms, hook your thumbs, and do a chest press with just the band. Now, if you can't do the yellow, then you start with a push-up. You go down to the chest press with the black and the chest press with the red. The idea is to start out with the most difficult version of the exercise, move quickly through them down to the second and then the third most difficult of the exercise. Now, the second exercise in this first flight is going to be a bent over row. Again, we're going to do the 3-2-1, where you're going to scale down quickly from the hardest version down to the easiest version of whatever you can do. If you can do the black bands, and again, let me show you, there are 2 different ways to do the rows with the bands. The first is going to be the more difficult, where you stand on the band, grab the loops, get your back nice and straight, drive the elbows back, and pull straight up. Now, if the black band is too strong for you to do that way, another way to do it is stand on one side of the loop, and you can control how difficult this is going to be based on how much rope or how much band you use to pull back. So what I want you to do is you'll do a set with the most difficult band that you can handle. As soon as you're done with that set, drop it, pick up the next, get right into it. So we're moving quickly from the more difficult version of the exercise to the less difficult version of the exercise. So we got the rows, 3-2-1. Now the next one that we're going to do is going to be, instead of 1-2-3 or 3-2-1 in order of difficulty, we're going to do some curls. We're only going to do 2 of them. The way that I want you to do the curls, you're going to stand on the band like this. Again, grab as much band as you need to increase or decrease the difficulty. Get nice and straight, palms towards the center, and we're going to curl straight up and straight down. We're going to do 2 sets of that in this flight. So you go from the black to the red, or the red to the yellow, and down. Now, for the core exercise in this flight, we're going to do our hollow body progression. Come a little closer. For our hollow body progression, what we need to do is lay nice and flat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take turns. We're going to lift our upper body up. We're going to hold that for 3 seconds. We're going to lower that down, and we're going to lift our lower body up. We'll hold that for 3 seconds. Then I want you to put it down, reach out overhead, and try to see if you can do 3 seconds of the hollow body with your upper body and lower body raised off the ground. Keep them nice and low. Remember, if you need to take a little tension off the upper body, you can bring the hands forward. I want you to do about 8 to 10 of those. So you'll do legs, upper body, full body. And I want you to go that go through that 8 to 10 times. So 3 seconds of upper body, 3 seconds of lower body, 3 seconds of total body. That's 1. Do that 8 to 10 times. I want you to do that full flight 3 times. So we go with the chest press, 3, 2, 1. The bent over row, 3, 2, 1. The standing curl, 2, 1, and then our hollow body progression. After we get through that 3 times, we're going to move on to the next flight of exercises. Where'd my note card go? There it is. All right, now for this we are going to abandon the 3, 2, 1. I want you to go with a front shoulder raise. All right, so what you're going to do there is, again, you're going to stand on the loop, in the loop, stand up nice and tall, squeeze your core right below your belly button, stick your chest out, you're going to lift straight up in front, and then straight down. You do whatever the appropriate number of those is based on how difficult it is. We're going to move on to the next exercise. For the next exercise, we are going to need to go ahead and anchor our bands. Come on over here. We're going to need 2 loops. So we're going to anchor our band the simple way, just string it through. We've got 2 loops. Why don't you come over here? Right there. We've called these Wolverines before because they look kind of like Wolverine on the front of the comic, where he's flexing. You imagine his talons or his claws pointing straight down as he does that Wolverine pose. We're going to stand up, arms are out in front. We're going to draw the elbows back, keeping the arms straight. Try to bring our hands back behind our hips. Squeeze the belly, stick the chest out. Working the back, the delts, the upper shoulders right here. We get a nice flow going. Again, we're squeezing the core, sticking the chest out. We're not bending over, and we're not pushing the hips forward. We're not pulling this. We are pushing it down and away and back. What's our next exercise? Come over here. Our third exercise in this flight is going to be a Superman Swimmerman combo. So what I want you to do is about 10 to 12 of 3 to 4 second holds. The arms are out front, the legs are straight out back. We're going to come up, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the butt, raise the feet, knees, elbows, and arms off the ground. Hold it for about 3 to 4 seconds. Come down, take a rest, and go right back up. But once we've done 10 to 12 of those, I want you to give me 20 seconds of the Scuba Man or the Swimmer Man, which is where we lift our opposite arm and leg up, down, about 1.5 to 2 seconds per side. So you should get through about 5 to 7 per side in your 20 seconds. The fourth exercise in this flight is going to be a bear to plank walk. So what you're going to need to do is get yourself in your bear position, wrists right below shoulders, knees right below hips. Go ahead and get engaged. And what I want you to do is very slowly walk out into a plank. Feel that lock straight down the hips. You got the nice line between the heels and the shoulders. Come back as you lower the knees down close to the ground. Get into that bear. Once you get there, you're going to walk out into the plank. I want you to do this for 40 seconds. So it's going to be about 10 full cycles. If they take 4 seconds apiece, it's going to give you about 1.5 seconds out, 1.5 seconds back in, lock into place at each position. So there's your 2 flights of your 4 exercises. We start with the chest press, the row, the standing curl, the hollow body progression. We're going to go through that 3 times. And the next one is going to be the front shoulder raise, the Wolverines, the Superman, Swimmerman combo, and then the 4th exercise in that 2nd flight is our bear to plank walkout. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to do that for a full minute. Rip it up. Enjoy your workout. Thanks a bunch.